The glaciers are going to melt. They're all going to melt, he says. But my reaction to Jason Box's comments is, what is the point of saying that? It doesn't help anybody. So you can see he's sort of pissed off that he would come out and say something like that, because it's just sort of, it seems to indicate sort of a defeatist attitude, and the, stopping the inertia of this mad machine. And I'm just going to say, maybe I'll title the video this: we're out of control. We don't have control of this machine any longer, or if we ever did. The inertia of stopping this machine, we're basically on we're on a train, and it's just going 200 miles an hour, and it's extremely difficult to get it to stop. If you try to stop it, if you just had a magical brake that could just instantly stop everything, you're gonna kill everybody. So, and if you have a brake that works too well, and then take it back from there, there's a point where you can put the brakes on safely and be the most effective at stopping it, but that's still going to have a cost. And you can just, that illustration should tell you that there's sort of a gradient there, and we have to find out how to hit the right point on the gradient, so that we do the least amount of damage just stopping this train that we're on. But basically right now we're out of control. I mean, the inertia is just too strong and powerful, and that's why you're seeing all these denial campaigns and all this propaganda. You just cannot stop this machine. We're so dependent on fossil fuels. The current president's strategy is to try to sort of bridge our way over by using carbon-based, hydrocarbons that are, less damaging, that have less emissions in their process. So we're trying to switch from coal to natural gas, and then eventually over to the alternative energies like solar and wind. That's what we're slowly in the process of doing now. And that's why the EPA is getting tough on coal-powered plants, and it's going to be more difficult to add new coal-fired plants to our current system. So that's the direction we're going in, but you can see that it's a very, very slow pulling back on the brake lever, and it might be too slow, but it's because they know that if you pull back too hard, it's for one thing, it's extremely tough to pull on that lever, because you got people pulling the other way. No, let's make it go faster. That's kind of what's going on, really, is people are trying to make it go faster. Even people that are supposedly trying to pull back on the brake are really trying to make it go faster, because we've all sort of embraced this ridiculous idea that you can just keep growing and growing and growing and growing. That's all you hear about. It's like, well, we got to have economic growth. You got to have economic growth. You got to have economic growth. Even in this article, the scientists are, I think it was Gavin Schmidt, and I apologize, I don't know where exactly that was. But there, if you read the article, there's a mention of how we can grow the economy with our current. We can grow the economy and have a decline in carbon emissions. That sort of is proposed by Schmidt, I believe. So even those guys that sort of recognize that we're on this out of control train are still trying to speed up the train by saying, well, we can keep growing and keep growing and keep growing, and we can kind of have it both ways and grow the economy and have less emissions at the same time, however that works. So yeah, it's just, this is not going to be this is not going to be solved easily, because people don't really get the fundamentals of the problem. So that's just my view of it. And that's the problem when you have those sort of competing forces going on, and it makes a difficult problem even more difficult.